Today I'm going to talk about a new site that I found that's going to allow you to find out what's being said in real time in all the social media that exists out online. So if you're used to using Google Alerts, this is very similar to that, only again, this is going to show you what's being said in all the social media that exists online. Great tool, and it's a great way of finding content for both your blogs and your social media like Twitter and Facebook and things. So with SocialMention, you actually have a couple different things that you can use that are going to benefit you. So right here from the SocialMention, SocialMention.com, from their homepage, you can go ahead and you can type in your name, your business name, your personal name, your keywords, anything that has to do with your niche market or with your industry, and then pull the information that way. So it kind of acts like a search engine. So we'll go ahead and we will type in the term photography here, and then you can choose what type of social sites that you want to physically pull from. So you can pull from blogs, microblogs like Twitter, bookmarking sites, image content, news, videos, or you can select all, which is what I suggest. That way, you can kind of pull everything that's happening. And then you just simply click on the search button here. And in just a few minutes, this is what is going to appear and give you all the search results based on, again, on what you typed in. So with the keyword photography, again, we can see that there's 1,600, a little over 1,600 mentions currently going on in the social media. So you can scroll through here, and again, this is the most current stuff that's being pulled up. You can tell a lot of these are blogs that are pulling up. Here's one from Blogger, a lot of different things like that. You can also tell here's something from Yahoo coming through. Let's see, I don't see anything from Twitter at this point, but again, it will pull from all the different sources that exist. So again, you can click through here and physically see what people are talking about that has to do with your keyword. Let me go over just a couple other things that I really like about this. Let's say that you are searching for a keyword or for something that you can start working with your blog, and you're just not quite sure of how people feel about this particular keyword. Is there enough that you can create a blog on something, or is there enough that you can be niching down to that level within your industry? This guy over here is going to give you the indication of how powerful your particular keyword that you typed in is and how relevant it is to social media. So we start over here with sentiment. Sentiment is 14:1, and sentiment is actually the ratio of mentions that are positive versus negative. So again, are they talking about the keyword that you typed in a positive way or in a negative way? Now you can take that both ways. Again, if you're having something that's a very big problem for people, you can work that into your blog post as well. But this again gives you an idea of how people are feeling about the particular keyword that you typed in. Over here we have strength, which for photography it's 22%. Now strength is a likelihood that your brand or that the keyword that you typed in is actually being discussed in social media. So obviously the higher it is, the bigger chance that it's taking a relevant position within the social networking realm. So for this with 22% strength, again, that's very high. We know that 1 in 5 posts are mentioning photography in some way. Now keep in mind that this is a very broad term, so they can be talking about it in a lot of ways. Over here is passion, 39% passion. Now passion is the measure of likelihood that people are talking about it more than once. So is it something that's just relevant and they talk about once and move on, or are they talking about it again and again in their posts? So again, the higher it is, the more relevant it is, the more that you can find people that are discussing it on a daily basis. And again, the final percentage over here is reach. And what reach is a measure of influence. So it's the number of people talking about it divided by the total number of mentions. So again, how many people are talking about it in relevance to how much they mention it. So again, this is a very high percentage. You know that this is something you can definitely be talking about and have a lot of traction with it. The other things that you can kind of take a look at here is how many seconds goes by on average before people are mentioning it again. I always concentrate too on the number of retweets that are going on. Retweets are very powerful in Twitter, and so if you can get people to like what you have to say and send it out to their followers as well, again, that's something very good that you're looking for. So that's a very high percentage. It's something that you would like to see as well. Just coming down here, there's a few other things that you can do just to kind of keep in mind when you're looking for things to blog about. Top keywords. So this can also help you, dive down and discover other things that you can be talking about. Obviously with photography, they're going to be talking about photos and things like that. But the other thing is, you can delve off into things like wedding, maybe talk about some digital information. So again, this just will help you come up with other ideas when creating and writing your different posts. Top users, obviously you can see some of the people that are talking about your particular keyword, so you can go find them on relevant social media sites and possibly do some following them, check out what they're talking about. Hashtags, again, is very important if you are on Twitter. These are the way that you can track different conversations that are being said. So again, photography is used a lot, but this can give you some other ideas of ways to find followers and find some interesting things. So again, I like to look at that too. And then finally, if you come down here to sources, I like this as well because sometimes you can come through here and you can find some social sites that you might not have even known exist. So this is a way that you can come back through here and find other relevant conversations on different social sites that exist out in the out in the blogosphere. Okay, one final thing that I do want to show you is there's a couple ways that you can reach. If you've already done your search, you can physically come over here and they have an email alert button over here. Or if we go back up here to the home page of SocialMention, if you just scroll down, you'll see here that there's a social media alert. Now this is set up just like Google Alerts, so you can physically click on the create an alert and it's going to pop up with a SocialMention alert box, and then you can just fill out the information. So again, let's say we're sticking with photography, we can type in the search phrase that we want photography to come through to us, and then we can type, again, I would recommend all because you want to see everything that's coming through all the different social media sites. Choose your language that you prefer to have it delivered in. You can have either HTML or text email and type in your email address and create your alert, and then on a daily basis these will come into you. And it's a great way, again, for me, I love my Google Alerts and my SocialMention alerts now because they provide me information that I can talk about in my Twitter feeds or in my Facebook, or even give me ideas that I might be mentioning in my blogs in the future. So a great way of keeping on top of what's being said out there, and a great way to give you ideas to stay relevant in the social realm.